Hello everybody, thank you for tuning into the Forgotten Film channel. Today's Forgotten Film star is Irene Ryan. Irene Ryan was born on October 17, 1902 in El Paso, Texas. Her real name is Jessie Irene Noblet. When she was 11 years old, she sang the song Pretty Baby in a local talent contest and won $3. When she was 20 years old, she married Tim Ryan. They put together a vaudeville act. They performed using the name Tim and Irene. This act was so popular that they were approached by Educational Pictures in 1935, and they made 11 film shorts for that company in between the years of 1935 and 1937. They divorced in 1942, and at that time, she joined Bob Hope's USO tour. She was billed as the gal who can make Bob Hope laugh, and they toured together for 2 years. When she wasn't on tour, she was a character actress making movies for both Monogram and Fox Films, including 4 movies made with her ex-husband. In 1946, she married Harold Knox, and she continued her work as a character actress all the way through the 1950s. In 1955, she made her television debut on The Danny Thomas Show, and from that point going forward, she was a television regular. In 1961, she got divorced, and in 1962, she read for the role of Granny on the new television show, The Beverly Hillbillies. The producer, Paul Henning, said that he had another actress in mind for that role, but the second he saw her, there was nobody else who could play Granny, and she appeared in all 274 episodes. She was an accomplished comedian. In 1965, while still under contract for the Beverly Hillbillies and busy filming that show, she also signed a 2-year contract with the Sahara Casino in Las Vegas to perform a comedy act. Her last film role was in 1966. She had a cameo as Granny in the movie Don't Worry, We'll Think of a Title. The Beverly Hillbillies ended in 1971, and in 1972, she made her final television appearance. It was on an episode of the TV show Love American Style, entitled Swingers in Old Age. In 1972, she started the Irene Ryan Foundation, which awards scholarships to outstanding young performers. It's a pretty prestigious scholarship. It's awarded every year by the Kennedy Center. Same year, she also realized one of her biggest dreams, which was to appear on the Broadway stage. She played the role of Bertha in the Bob Fosse production of Pippin. She was nominated for a Tony for her part. Irene Ryan was an admitted heavy drinker and heavy smoker. On March the 10th of 1973, during a live performance of Pippin, she fell out on stage. She had a complete stroke. She was flown back to California, where she was diagnosed as having an inoperable brain tumor. She died in the hospital on April the 26th of 1973. She was 70 years old. She's buried in Woodlawn Cemetery in Santa Monica, California. During her 40-plus year career in the entertainment industry, she was in 47 films and shorts. She made 293 appearances on 17 different television shows. That includes all 274 episodes of the Beverly Hillbillies. And in addition to that, she was on 41 other television shows as either a game show participant or as a talk show guest. What we have for you today is an Irene Ryan double feature. The first is a short from the year 1943 called Hold Your Temper. It's only about 15 or so minutes long. And we have that followed by Season 1, Episode 3 of the classic Beverly Hillbillies. I just want to thank you for tuning into the Forgotten Film channel. Make sure that you have a great today. I hope that tomorrow is even better for you.
Hey, what's going on here?
The folks are moving out, Bright Eyes.
Why, this is my house.
So what?
So what?
Goodbye, Mr. Kennedy.
Oh, goodbye, Jimmy. Goodbye.
I'm sure I'm sorry you're moving away from here. I sure am gonna miss you.
Miss me?
Oh, Mr. Kennedy, I heard my daddy say that he thought you were getting a raw deal and that he'd be a witness if you wanted him. Good luck.
Mr. Kennedy.
Hello, Miss Gabby.
Mr. Kennedy, do you think your wife will ever get married again?
Married again?
Honestly, is your temper as bad as your mother-in-law says it is?
My temper?
Well, she says it's on account of your terrible temper that your wife's moving out on you.
Oh, moving out on me, huh?
Well, how silly of me. I forgot. You've been away on your trip for 3 weeks. You haven't heard the news?
No.
Well, don't say that I told you, because your wife's one of my best friends. But listen.
Oh, so she's going to leave me, huh? Well, you don't suppose I care, do you? You don't like my temper, huh? Well, then let her leave. Only I won't give her a chance to leave. I'll put her and her mother and her brother out. You wait and see. Oh, Irene, if you promise you won't leave me, I'll promise never to lose my temper again.
Well, Edgar, you sound very sincere. So I'm going to give you one more chance.
Oh, honey.
Oh, now, but you've got to promise. Now, cross your heart.
Cross my heart, see?
No, Edgar. Oh, Edgar, it's wonderful.
Oh, look, sweetheart, we can start all over again, just like we were before.
Oh, Edgar, it will be wonderful to start all over again, won't it?
Yes, it certainly will.
Oh, Mother! Brother! Mother!
What is it?
Edgar and I are going to start all over again, and he's promised never to lose his temper. Isn't it wonderful?
Well, you must be out of your mind. Well, how can you take that bully back when only 3 weeks ago he almost broke Brother's jaw?
Yeah.
Now, Mother, there's always two sides to a story. I've heard Edgar's, and my mind is made up. Now, if you and Brother don't like it, why, you have to be the ones to move.
Oh.
You tell him.
Tell them? Tell them what?
Oh, just tell him how we're going to live happily together. Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course. But nevertheless, Edgar, remember, if you lose your temper just once...
Oh, I won't. I promise I'll never lose it again. Well, I guess I'll go out and help those fellas bring the rest of the stuff in.
All right.
Say, Brother, do you think that you could stand another sock in the jaw?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, listen, this is the idea. You get Edgar good and mad, he loses temper, and sock you in the jaw. Then Irene will leave him, and we'll be set for life.
Oh, gee, Ma, my jaw's sore from that last wallop. Why don't you take the sock this time?
Why, Brother, would you ask your poor old mother to do that?
Well...
Oh, now listen.
But I don't want you to take the stuff out.
Oh, you don't, huh?
No, I want you to move it right back in again.
Listen, brother, we were hired to move it out. If you want to move it in, hire yourself another crew.
Oh, but wait a minute. Hey, my vase. Give me my vase.
Here, catch. Well, Ed, are you going to apologize? After all, I want to be friends with you.
Friends?
Sure.
Okay, brother. I apologize.
I won't accept your apology. See?
Oh,
Edgar! Where are you going?
oh, that's right. I guess I didn't take it upstairs. I left it in the living room.
Left what in the living room, Edgar?
Oh, a little surprise.
A surprise? You brought me a present.
Oh, just a little thing.
Oh, Edgar. And just when I was going to leave you, too. Aren't women the heartless things?
Ah, come on. Here it is.
What is it? No, no, don't tell me. I want to guess. No, I can't guess. What is it, Edgar?
Well, got 2 hands and a face, and can't eat.
2 hands and a face and it can't eat. I know, a stuffed swordfish.
Swordfish.
We'll put it on the mantle. Oh, Edgar, another clock. Every time you come home, you bring a clock. Edgar, we've got 6 already.
Yes, honey, but this one works.
Well, put it on the mantle. You know, you better hurry and bring in the rest of that furniture. We've got an awful lot to do around here.
Yeah, I'll hurry. Hey, you think you can make me mad, don't you, little clocky? Well, nothing can make me mad, not even you.
Edgar, you fix the spare room for you and Brother. Mother can sleep with me.
Oh,
Here now. There you are. You take them upstairs. Now be careful.
Hey, Ma, get down a minute. I've got an idea.
One more. There you are. Oh, Eddie!
yes, dear.
You'd better take the carpet up first, then you can put the other things on top of the carpet.
I never thought of that. All right.
Don't feel so badly, brother. You'll get a better idea. Just concentrate.
Oh, now, Edgar, you shouldn't have brought the pillows and blankets downstairs. You should have left them up. Now you'll just have to take them upstairs again. Oh, Edgar. Here, now, take them right back up. Come on. That's a good boy.
Look, Ma, once a sap, always a sap.
There you are. Now be careful. Whatever you do, be careful.
Oh, I hope nothing goes wrong this time.
How do you like that, sap?
Edgar, remember your temper. Oh, Edgar! Oh, Eddie, I wish you would stop playing with that old clock and get some of the things in.
Yes, dear. Right away. I'll be right.
I'll bet that'll get him, Ma.
Fine, you go ahead and get ready and I'll send him out.
Okay.
Looks like rain. You better bring in Henry VIII.
You better do as Mother says, dear. We don't want Henry to get rusty.
Yes. Come in, dear.
Edgar, remember your temper, dear.
Why did I ever make that promise?
Oh, Edgar, don't you think it would be nice if you apologized to Brother?
You're right, honey. I'll apologize.
Won't be long now, Ma.
Give me that. What are you doing?
Oh, I was just looking for some place to put it.
Well, I'll take that.
Mother, I want to tell you how glad I am that from now on, you and Brother and I are going to get along happily.
Well, of course, it's all right with me, Edgar, but I don't know about Brother. Only this morning he said he didn't see how he ever again could live in the same house with a cankerous old palooka like you.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. You're not going to make me lose my temper.
Edgar, what happened? Are you hurt?
No, everything's all right.
Oh, you broke the vase.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Oh, yes, don't you see? If you can break an expensive vase like this and not lose your temper, then nothing can make you lose it.
Look, Irene, in spite of everything, I haven't lost my temper.
No.
But I'm boiling inside. I may look calm and peaceful and quiet. quiet. But my nerves are on edge. My blood pressure's to the bursting point. I just can't stand it. And if you don't let me lose my temper, you're gonna lose me.
Edgar, you can't leave me.
Oh, I'm leaving.
Oh, Edgar, if you think it'll make you feel better to lose your temper, I'll let you do it just once.
You mean it?
Mm-hmm.
And you won't hold it against me no matter how mad I get?
No, not just this once.
Oh, fine. Oh, Mother. Mother, where is Brother?
Oh, he's upstairs.
Well, Mother, if you say that Brother's upstairs, well, then Brother must be in this room.
Why, Edgar!
Oh, Brother! Quiet, everybody! Quiet! 6, 7. It's... Oh.
What have you got to say about that?
I didn't bust it, honest. He's telling the truth, Mr. Drysdale. It was hanging in pieces like that when we moved in.
Yes, sir. No, it's supposed to be like that. It was made that way. It's been like that for 200 years.
200 years? Hey, this house is older than it looks.
Pedro!
Oh, I plumb forgot. Granny wants to see you. Let's get out.
All right, Uncle Jed.
Nice boy. His ma, my cousin Pearl, give me the notion to move out here.
Well, I'm most grateful to her. Oh, but first, I wanted to explain about this priceless crystal chandelier. It was designed and made for Louis XV, hung in the Hall of Mirrors at Versailles. Napoleon Bonaparte planned campaigns with the light of that chandelier. Talleyrand used it. Wellington, Disraeli, Bismarck, Wilson.
Mr. Drysdale, we're just plain folk. We don't mind a few things being secondhand. Getting back to my cousin Pearl, she's looking after the old home place for me. You ain't never seen my family home, have you?
No, I haven't, Mr. Clappett.
It's a dandy.
Yes, those southern mansions are beautiful. I suppose it has the large white pillars.
It did, but we bring them along and put them on the beds out here.
No, you see, I was referring to wooden pillars.
Oh, I ain't never slept on one of them. We had everything first class back home. Sure hope Pearl's taking good care of that place.
Hello there.
Oh, why, you're Miss Mr. Brewster from the oil company that paid Cousin Jed all that money for his swamp.
25 million to be exact.
You ain't here to back out, are you?
No, indeed. Your cousin's money is safe in the bank in California. I just thought you'd like to know that I heard from the bank, and your family arrived in Beverly Hills safe and sound.
Oh, that is good news. My son Jethro drove him out, you know.
Yes, I know he did. Oh, I have something here from the bank. I think you'll enjoy it.
For me?
They told me at your house I'd find you here.
Yeah, well, I promised Cousin Jed I'd keep an eye on the old home place for him. It's a long trip from my house, but I'm glad to do it for Jed.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, well, you know, can I help you look for that money?
What is the money? It's pictures of the estate that Mr. Drysdale, the president of the bank, purchased for him in Beverly Hills.
Oh.
Now, this is now the Jed Clampett estate.
Land to mercy, look at that. Why, it's bigger than the state capitol.
It's quite a change from this place, all right.
What in the world is that?
Oh, that's the swimming pool.
Swimming pool?
Yeah, it's quite ornate.
Oh, my son Jethro's gonna like that.
Granny, when we's done washing, can I go swimming here in the cement pond?
Of course not. I don't allow nobody to splash around in my wash water.
Ain't there no place else you can wash?
This cement pond's the only water we got. Place ain't got a well, it ain't got a creek. Ain't even got a rain barrel to catch what comes out of the sky.
Oh, and that banker fella seen me unloading your wash tub and scrubbing board. He said, why, you can throw that away. We don't use them things here in Beverly Hills.
Now, you listen here to me, boy. I don't care how other folks live in Beverly Hills, but us Clampetts is gonna be clean.
Yes, ma'am.
May not have it as nice as we had it back home in the cabin. Plump right in the house and everything. But we ain't gonna lower our standards.
No, ma'am.
Here, wrench these things out for me. We gotta get this tub back to the kitchen, or Ellie's back. Yep. Being clean is a strict rule with your Uncle Jed. Let me look you over. Many's the time we've been down to our last piece of fat. I'd say, shall I cook it to eat it, or shall I render it down for soap? He'd say no, render it down for soap, Granny. The Lord will feed us poor folks, but we gotta do our own washing.
But Uncle Jed ain't poor now, Granny. He got $25 million.
How long do you think that's gonna last if we go throwing it away on store-bought soap? Waste not, want not.
Now, here's a view of the entrance hall.
My stars and garters. Why, the palest. Whoever would have thought that my cousin Jed would be living in an estate like this?
Well, the credit is yours. You're the one who talked him into moving.
Oh, well, I put the notion in his head, but it was really kind of Allie Mae when.
Yes, his daughter will have a wonderful life as a Beverly Hills debutante. Can't you just see that beautiful girl descending this magnificent stairway?
I sure can.
Well, me, I don't reckon that's the way a young lady comes down the steps in Beverly Hills, is it, Mr. Drysdale?
Oh, not as a rule, no.
Oh, I can come down the other way. Watch this. How's that?
Well, that's not exactly what I had in mind.
Well, show me.
No, my secretary will show you. Oh, she's in town doing some shopping for you.
Oh, what's she getting me?
Well, now, that's going to be a surprise, Ellie, but it's some things you've been needing, and they're going to be pretty, and you're going to like them.
Things I've been a-needing? A set of muskrat traps. A three-blade frog sticker?
Nope.
A ready-made slingshot.
Now, Ellie, you way off the track. Now, you wait till Miss Hathaway gets here, and you'll see.
Yes. Well, I'll be pushing along to the bank. Now, don't you worry about your daughter, Mr. Clampett. When my secretary gets through with her, you'll think she's been to finishing school.
sure wish my cousin Pearl was out here fixing Ellie up. She's a whiz at fancy sewing.
Oh, is she a dressmaker?
That woman can make anything. Why, she can pick up a handful of straw, and before you know it, she's made a hat.
That's remarkable. So she's a milliner?
Oh, she's a clampet. Married to Bodine. I don't recall knowing the milliners.
Milliners are women who make hats.
That's Pearl, all right, but she's a clampet. You talk about making hats. Pearl made herself a hat one time that was shaped just like a bird's nest. And in there on the nest was this blue jay a-setting on her eggs. Well, sir, they come from everywhere to see that hat, to study it, to see how Pearl made it so as they could copy it. Boy, there was dozens of them from all around.
Hat designers?
No, blue jays. Never did catch on too good with people. For a while there, Pearl couldn't hardly go out of the house without a bunch of blue jays taken out after her. Sure wish she was out here. She'd have Ellie slick as a picture in a catalog.
Yep. I ought to be out there in Beverly Hills helping Cousin Jed.
Well, he certainly has plenty of room for you. This mansion of his has 32 rooms and 14 baths.
14 bathrooms?
Yes.
A sunken marble bathtub. I can just see Ellie Mae having herself a bubble bath in there. I tell you, Mr. Brewster, the more I see of these pictures, the more I want to get out there and help Cousin Jed. Of course, I wouldn't go without being asked.
Well, naturally. But, you know, I think you should go.
I've been asked.
Well, now, it's not exactly my province. Well, why don't you telephone your cousin and talk to him?
Oh, why, there ain't a telephone within 40 miles of this place. Nearest one, I guess, is at the International Emporium, clean over to Oxford.
Well, I'll be happy to drive you over there.
Oh, I couldn't let you drive me all that way just to use telephone. Busy oil company man like you. That's 40 miles.
There's no trip at all in this car.
No, I couldn't do it. Why, folks that see me riding in this big, shiny car with a tall, good-looking city fella, why, sure as the world, they'd think that... Let's go.
Well, what about your horse and buggy?
Oh, just untie Bessie. You go on home.
Well, Bessie's headed for home, all right. Mrs. Bodine, how long has your buggy been hitched there?
About an hour. Why?
Why, a blue jay built her nest on the seat, and she was sitting on her eggs.
Oh, shoot. I wanted to wear that.
Capitaine, je suis prêt.
Fine. Ready for Ellie Mae?
Gentlemen, aided and abetted by the gossamer garments, exotic lotions, and other feminine appurtenances within these cartons, I am ready to assume the role of Pygmalion and transform that barefoot Galatea into a striking and sophisticated paragon of Beverly Hills literature.
That's yes the hard way. Well, duty calls. I leave you in capable hands. Goodbye, Mr. Clavitt.
Thank you, sir.
Chief.
Well, that sure is neighborly of you, Miss Hathaway. You reckon you can handle Ellie Mae?
Uncle Jed, Granny says... Oh, howdy, Miss Hathaway.
Oh, bonjour, Jethro.
Carry them things in for Miss Hathaway, Jethro. I think she kind of likes you, boy.
She does? Well, I can't take them into the house. That's what I come out here to tell you. Granny says that all the men folks got to stay out of the house while Ellie Mae's taking her bath.
Oh.
But isn't Ellie Mae bathing in the privacy of her own bedroom suite?
Hear what she called you? Sweet.
What's the matter with him? Why doesn't he answer?
Hey, he's just a little shy, I reckon. Ask him again.
Is Ellie Mae in her bedroom suite?
No, she ain't, darling.
Fine, I'll find her myself.
Uncle Jed, I got me a girl. You sure have, boy, and a city girl, too.
Some city girls I were about. Jethro's such a good-looking boy. Every girl in the 5th grade was after him.
I hardly think anything serious can develop between boys and girls in the 5th grade.
Oh, I don't know. So far this year, there's been 3 couples out of Jethro's class get married.
Married? 5th grader?
Parson's nearly as busy in that school as the teacher.
That's amazing. Oh, I've heard of...
Wouldn't you know it? There's that Snoopy Alverna Bradshaw and her big mouth daughter sitting on my front porch. Oh, I can just hear the stories they'll start going on if they see me in this car here with you. Yoo-hoo! Alverna! It's me! Pearl! Terrible gossip, that woman, always making trouble. She tried to talk Granny out of going to California. She ought to see Granny now. Living like a queen in that Beverly Hills mansion.
I should have listened to Alverna Bradshaw and stayed home. We had a pump right in the house. Didn't have to tote water a quarter of a mile. Oh, you ready to get rinsed off, Ellie?
Well, not yet, Granny. Should have washed my hair.
No, you better wait till I can catch some rainwater. That pond water smells like it's got medicine in it.
I wondered why there's no fish in that pond.
Yeah, I reckon that water killed them fish. But don't you worry. My lye soap will kill anything that killed them fish.
Have you seen... What in the world's going on here?
Well, there's a bath going on. That's what's going on.
Howdy.
But I don't understand.
Well, then somebody ought to explain it to you, sissy woman. You see, first you heat some water. Then you put it in a great big tub like this. You put some soap in it, and then you get in it, and you start to wash, and that's what you call a bath.
Granny, you don't have to do this sort of thing in Beverly Hills.
Don't you listen to her, Ellie. Ain't you ever heard that saying that cleanness is next to godliness?
But of course, John Wesley said that.
And I bet he didn't live in Beverly Hills. Here, Ellie, dry yourself off with this nice big bath towel. Ah, my girl. I'll rinse off that old lye soap.
Lye soap? Did you say lye soap?
That's right. I make it myself.
But that will ruin this beautiful girl's delicate skin.
I've been washing with it for 72 years. Look at my skin.
It's like leather.
Yeah. Nice, ain't it?
Granny, I hope you will forgive my momentary bewilderment at this primitive form of ablution, but please let me explain.
So first explain what you just said.
Well, Ellie Mae has a beautiful big bathtub upstairs.
Upstairs? It was hard enough carrying the water in here. I ain't going to tote no water upstairs.
You don't have to. There's a big, beautiful... Haven't you been upstairs?
No. Jed said that probably belonged to somebody else. Ain't that right, Ellie?
Yeah. Paul said he heard tell that folks sometimes live one family right on top of another.
But that's only in apartment houses. This entire house belongs to you. And each one has his own individual bedroom suite. Come along and let me show you. And also the lovely things I brought from town.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'll be up directly.
What all did you bring from town?
Everything, Ellie. Everything from chapeau to pumps.
Pumps! Praise the Lord. Now I won't have to tote water.
Jethro? Yeah, Uncle Jed? Now that you're going to be keeping company with a girl, is there any questions you'd like to ask me?
What kind of question?
About girls. How much you know about girls?
They softer than boys.
Yeah, I reckon. You speaking?
And they shorter and rounder.
Yeah?
And the hair's longer and it smells sweet when you snuggles up to 'em.
Oh, so you've been doing some snuggling, have you?
I've done more than that.
I reckon you better tell me about it. Who was she?
Prettiest girl in the hills. Big Mouth Bradshaw.
Old Verna's girl. I hear tell she's kind of fast.
Is she ever? Uncle Jed, I was walking past the cabin, and Big Mouth, she calls out the window to me. She says, "Howdy, Jethro." She says, "My ma's just made a big batch of cookies. Come on in and have some." And I says, "Sure your ma won't mind?" And she says, "Ma's gone, and so's Pa. I'm here all alone." Well, Uncle Jed, I was in that house before you could wink an eye.
Can't say as I blame you.
Well, no sooner was I inside, the Big Mouth, she puts a music record on the phonograph machine and commences to sashaying around, a twisting and a turning.
Dancing.
Yeah, I reckon so. Anyway, she says, "Put your arms around me, Jethro, and I'll teach you the two-step."
What'd you say?
I says, "Listen, Big Mouth," I says, "here we are all alone. Your ma and your pa gone, and you think that I'm going to waste my time dancing?" I says, "Not me, sister. Bring on them cookies."
What'd she say?
Well,
Jed, you and Jethro can start digging the well. That city woman brought us some pumps.
That's fine, Granny. We'll get right to it. What'd that Bradshaw girl say when you said bring on them cookies?
Well, she just held up them cookies like this here, kind of blinked her eyes at me, and said, "Jethro, which do you think it tastes sweeter, these here cookies or my lips?" Well, Uncle Jed, right then and there's when I found out she was fast. I grabbed them 2 cookies, and it took me 2 miles to outrun that gal.
Jethro, on one of these days, you and me's got to have a long talk.
Yes, he's a lady killer, that bar of mine. While Verna Bradshaw's daughter traced him all the way home one day.
Sounds like Jethro has a lot of charm and sex appeal.
Oh, he has. It's funny how a daughter can take after her father and a boy can favor his mother. Yes. I ought to be out there looking after Jethro. You know, Jed's going to need him to help garden a place this big.
Well, most Beverly Hills mansions have regular gardeners. And, of course, a complete sprinkling system.
Sprinkling system?
Oh, yes, indeed. That entire lawn is crisscrossed with underground pipes.
Land to mercy.
By thunder, Jethro, there's water all over this property. Ain't too deep, neither.
I know. Should I commence to digging?
Well, now, let's get as close to the house as we can. That way the pump won't have so far to pull.
Clampett? Jethro?
Oh, here comes your sweetheart.
It's Clampett. I cannot handle that daughter of yours.
What happened?
I opened that box of beautiful clothes, turned my back for a moment, and she bolted like a wild colt.
I was afraid this would happen. Where is she?
She's up there.
I'll go right up and talk to her.
Jethro, have you been upstairs yet?
No, ma'am.
Then you've got a surprise coming to you.
What is it?
Your sweets.
So are you.
No.
Oh, howdy, Pop.
Wait. I'm ashamed of you. Running off from Miss Hathaway.
I didn't run away from Miss Hathaway.
What'd you climb up here for?
To cut a fork for that new store-bought slingshot she brought.
Did she bring you a slingshot?
Fanciest thing you ever did see. Just a minute, I'll hook it up and you can see for yourself. Look at that.
Doggone. A store-bought, lace-trimmed, double-barrel slingshot.
Ain't it a doozy? I don't know how good I can aim it, but it'll sure throw a heap of rocks.
Yeah, they really need me out there. Why, I could work wonders for Ellie Mae with my fancy sewing and beauty secrets and hairstyling and everything. Of course, I had to learn all those things, not having a husband to support me.
Didn't you say it was 40 miles to the town of Oxford?
That's right.
Well, we've already driven 110 miles.
Why, land to mercy, I forgot to tell you the turn-off. Well, long as we come this far, maybe we ought to go right on to California.
I tell you, Granny, there's so much water here, you could shoot a load of buckshot in that ground and bring up a dozen springs.
I'll be right back.
I ain't never missed yet.